What's up, y'all? This is your boy T Thistle 88, getting ready to bring you all another season commentary. You already know. And today I'm bringing you all another episode of Story Time. And this is attributed to my experience with getting my driver's license. Now, for a long time, my mom has had me practice on driving, and just experiences with her alone is pretty funny because a lot of times I don't know if I'm a bad driver or I don't know what the case may be, but I can tell you right now, there's been a lot of times where my mom has thought that we were gonna get in a car wreck. And now that I think about it, actually, some of those times my mom was right, but some of those times I guess my mom was overreacting. But how can you be overreacting when previously you could have get into a wreck that could have possibly ended your life? So a few times before, it's not really a big deal. I only just ran a couple of stop signs. Sometimes I almost ran a red light, didn't yield on green to the turn. Everybody does that, right? But finally, the day actually came where my mom decided to let me go for my driver's license. But I can tell you right now, she still isn't letting me drive her car, even though I do have my license now. But anyway, I'm here to tell the story of how it actually went when I went to get my driver's license. So I went to pretty much Raytown, and Raytown in my state is pretty much where everybody goes to get their license because they know they're most likely not going to fail. You can get in a car wreck and they'll still pass you. But what happened in my incident was, first of all, got into the car. She had me do the basics, blinkers, start the car, lower the window, all that stuff. And then this is where I started to feel like an idiot, because she started to say stuff that I was never taught, and this wasn't my fault. I was just never taught. So she told me to turn on the defroster. Tell me how come I turn on the windshield wipers, and I thought I was doing the right thing. I was like, oh yeah, this is what the windshield wipers do. They defrost the windows. I didn't realize it was for like really cold situations and stuff like that. So I turned on the windshield wipers, and the deputy officer, she just stares at me like I'm stupid. I felt completely dumb at that point. Like, I felt like I lost hope in the rest of my life because she was just staring at me like, are you freaking serious? We haven't even drove off yet. And then secondly, she also told me to use the emergency brake. I didn't know where the emergency brake was. I turned on the four blinkers that pretty much when you get into, you pull over and you click that button and it turns on all your blinkers so people can know that you're stopped and it's an emergency. I had no idea the emergency brake was next to the gas pedal, so I felt pretty stupid, and she gave me that same dumb look again, and I felt like she should have flunked me right there. So then this is where it really gets interesting. We actually start driving, and while we're driving, I forget to turn on the blinkers like several times, and I felt completely idiotic at this point. I felt like, what's the point of driving anymore? That's how stupid I felt. And a couple of times when I was supposed to yield on the turn during the intersection, I went ahead. Thankfully there wasn't any cars, but guess what? Out of this whole circumstance, this whole situation, I still passed with, I think, an 88 on my driver's test. So hey, if you're gonna let me get in a car wreck and still pass me, I'm glad you care that I don't have the experience to be a safe driver, and that probably as soon as I leave and start driving on my own, I'm gonna get in a car wreck. But I guess that's how people feel nowadays. But hey, I got my driver's license, so that's just a brief little story that I wanted to share with y'all. I hope you all enjoyed. And This is just a ghost gameplay I had in the background. I think I went 35 and 15, so I hope you all enjoyed, and peace.